What's going on, guys? It's me, JV, coming to you live this Monday night. Today is August 26, 2024, as I'm getting completely chewed up by the mosquitoes here. Just getting annihilated by the mosquitoes on this very warm night. Just wanted to share the story that just broke. For those of you that are wrestling fans, I don't know how many of you actually watched wrestling in the 80s and 90s, but it was just announced that Sid Vicious, or Sid Justice, he went by those names, and the WCW as well as the WWF, has just died. I can't believe it. He passed away today at the age of 63. The cause of his death is still unknown, but it came down the news, the internet, on the wire, that he passed away. And if you remember, Sid Vicious was very charismatic, tall man. He was a member of the Skyscrapers, the tag team that was very famous in the late 80s with The Undertaker. If you remember, before The Undertaker became The Undertaker, they were the Skyscrapers, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. It could have been somebody else, not necessarily Sid Vicious, but or Sid Justice. But he was a very, very popular wrestler in the late 80s and early 90s. His claim to fame was the broken leg that he had in one of the matches when he was in the WCW later in his career, that really hampered his ability to become a multi-champion wrestler in the eyes of Vince McMahon, who obviously was running WWF or WWE, and then Chris Russo and Eric Bischoff running WCW. He had a very grotesque injury. He broke his leg. He was a very controversial wrestler as well. He came across as a very problematic individual as well. He threatened many times to resign from WWF because he was never given a push to become the face of the franchise, if you will, a champion, a WWF champion at the time. So he oscillated between both WWF and WCW, and in the recent years, post retirement, he was interviewed many times. He talked about his contemporaries. He talked about his experiences in both WCW and WWF, and he definitely was a powerhouse. He was a force to be reckoned with. With other characters like Sting and Lex Luger and Ric Flair and all the other wrestlers that were very popular in the WCW during the 90s. And then when Hulk Hogan left, or retired, or semi-retired in the early 90s, he was basically the guy that they were looking to give the biggest push. So it's very, very shocking to me that he passed away. Like I mentioned, we don't know what the cause of his death is, but he was only 63 years old, and very, very unfortunate that he passed away at such a young age, in my opinion. Because and the reason I say it's shocking is because he just recently came on interviews. Like I mentioned, he was featured in many interviews on the internet here on YouTube, and for this story to come down, it's pretty tragic. But so many wrestlers, die young of various causes, and well, he's another casualty, unfortunately. So I just wanted to pass the news for those of you that are wrestling fans or were wrestling fans during your childhood years in the 80s and 90s. Sid Vicious passed away at the age of 63. Thank you very much for watching. Just wanted to share the info.